everyone. I hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome to another episode of Platform App Builder Certification Series. So today we're going to look at the App Builder a bit because that's very important. If you're applying to take App Builder certification, you should know how to work with App Builder, right? So the first thing first, you need to log into your org if you do not have it. So I logged into my free org. The reason why I've demonstrated App Builder in the beginning a bit, but I just wanted to demonstrate a little bit more because by now I hope you are more comfortable with different aspects of Platform App Builder certification. And you should be fairly confident to use App Builder as well. So let's dive in. So what we're gonna do? So I'm gonna create a new Lightning app, right? And then the first thing, so go to the quick find. If you do not know how to go to setup, you can go to this gearcog icon, setup, and it will take you to this page, right? So just gonna look for app, app manager, right? And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a new Lightning app. So we're not gonna do connected apps. Connected apps are very handy if you wanted to expose your APIs to a third party, right? Let's say if you wanted to integrate, right, with the third-party system, and the third-party system wants to consume Salesforce API, then you can create a new connected app and enable the authentication and give the client secret ID and key to the third party so that they can integrate it, right? So that's pretty straightforward. I have talked about it in different video about how to do an inbound API without code. So, all right, let's go to new Lightning app. Put what a meaningful name. It's a new app, right? And so description, it's good to have. Change the color if you don't like. Just put whatever you want, right? Okay, and go to next. And if you wanted to have a standard navigation, keep to standard. If you wanted to have form factor, usually it's good to have the desktop and phone because in today's time everyone uses phone, right? So it's good to support the phone as well, not just the desktop. So utility item, you can add it. So I'm gonna add a flow to the utility item. You can add chatter feed or whatever you want, right? So I've already created a basic flow, so I'm gonna do that. Link to it and available items. So whichever items you wanted to do, you can do that. So let's say I wanted to add Beer Friday, right? And I wanted to add beer logs, and I wanted to do beer salts, right? And probably I can add a calendar as well. So it's like remember you have a sales app, right? Collection of different objects. So that's pretty much app is all about different pages and objects basically. So this is what exactly I'm demonstrating now. We're creating a new app, Lightning app. You see, you don't have to use any code. So you can use the Lightning app, builder, the new creator, where you can add an object and add a utility if you can item before you've seen that. Excuse me. And if you want, you can add a cases as well. And now which profile you wanted to use, I'm going to use just to keep it simple, sysadmin. And I'm going to use 3. So whichever profile and then save, right? Okay, so that's done. And now what we're going to do, we're going to go to this tic-tac-toe icon. It's a new app, right? You see the color of the app is different as well. So when you open it, it defaults to the 4 objects what we have added, and the utility, right? You see the flow here. It helps you create an account. If you wanted to do a quick account, you can do that. It's visible to every object you browse to, right? So that's pretty handy. So this is one way you can do it. So this is about how we can create an app, right? Now, there's something I wanted to talk about that's called Lightning App Builder. See, you have this interface, right? Pretty basic interface. Now, if you wanted to change this one, right, all you have to do is go to this setup, gearcock icon, and go to edit page. And once you go to edit page, you see all the standard components that are here. And if you create a Lightning component using code, it appears under custom list, right? So now you have an option to see how your app will look interface. In other words, interface will look when you're using a mobile phone. That's how it's right now. It's defaulted to. You can choose desktop. When you choose desktop, this is how it looks in your desktop, right? And you can customize it, right? Let's say I wanted to add flow here as well, right? You can add a flow here at the top of activity. You can modify it, right? So you can, okay, just for the sake of it, you can add it, drag, add. Okay, let's do one thing. Okay, remove the flow, right? Let's remove this flow. Let's add what we can add. Hang on a second. Let's add the recent items, right? We can add the recent items, right? So you can add a recent item to this page if you wanted to. If you wanted to add rich text, you can. Sorry. So you can add a rich. Come on. You can add rich text as well, right? You can customize it, right? This is the beauty of it. You don't need a code. You can pretty much customize it. So you can save it, right? And you can activate it, right? And that's it. And you get this option if you wanted to assign as a default. As an org default, you can do that, but I don't want it to do that. Or let's do it, right? Let's do it for the desktop and phone. And save it, right? Okay, so that's done. Let's see how it looks on the phone interface. So this is how it looks on the phone interface. And if you wanted to change it, you can change it a bit. You can add a little bit of other stuff. Say a related list. I don't know if there's. You can add recent items. You can do a lot of. You can customize it based on your requirement. So you can do that for the mobile as well. Okay, I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna refresh it a bit. You see, I've added the recent item list, so that appears here. So yeah, you can customize it, right? And one of the advantage I tell you about this Lightning App Builder is it will give you, let's say, let's go back to the phone desktop again, right? So we have so we gonna do the let's say I'm gonna add the highlight panel again, right? So you added highlight panel twice for whatever reason. Now you remember there's a tip here. I'm not sure if I talked about it, but there is a tip which actually tells you, look, there's a duplicate component here. So do you really want to keep it that way, or is it intentional, or is it by mistake, right? So the tips are very handy, right? So now if you remove this, right, hang on. Okay, again. All right, I'm gonna go back. And I go back again. Right. So now the tips, there is no warning sign under tips, right? Now everything looks all right. If tips suggest you something, right, please pay attention to that. That might indicate that you might have added a duplicate component or something, right? It's a very great, it's a great way you can get to know what's actually going on your Lightning App Builder interface. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple stuff to do, right? Cool. So that's pretty much I wanted to talk about it today. So next time we're going to talk about mobile apps, right? That's one of the topic you need to know for Salesforce Platform App Builder certification. And then I won't be talking about deployment because I've already covered the deployment and platform developer one. So I'm going to put the link to the same video where I talked about gear set, change set, right? So it's important. You need to know about deployment, right? Because if you are going to be a platform app builder guy, you need to know how to do deployment, right? It's very important. Change set, it's a paid tool, but it's pretty great tool. We use it. Gearset is a paid tool. Change set is free. You can use it. Salesforce gives you an option. So if you wanted to deploy an information, let's say an Apex code or a custom object from a sandbox to production, you can do using Gearset or using Change set, right? It's pretty straightforward. Cool. That's all I wanted to talk about. So greetings and adios from New Zealand. Take care. Bye-bye.